Okay. Back at it again. Yeah, it's actually insane. Every few days, my router just gives up apparently and starts to be slow, and I really don't know why it is. But I know it can't be that hard to create a device which is on 24/7. Okay. No. Temp actor. Cargo run. Still release build as well. Get that out of the way. Hey, Shurchak. How are you doing? I get my stream manager going. Okay, we're still dropping no frames. That's good. Nice. Okay, so basically... it's still too loud for me. So... let me just search the article I want to show off. Okay, okay, I found the Reddit thread. That's the article. So a few days ago, 5 days, no, 4 days ago, precise, an article was posted on Reddit. Actors with Just Tokyo, and they basically created a small hey Fluffy, they built an actor directly without framework, based upon an event loop in the background. Yeah, and I took my lunch break today and copied and pasted everything and built upon that to make it a bit more generic and have something to experiment with. So, just a short explanation, you have something with a receiver, and once you send the message, where is the sending going on? Oh, that's the sending. Once you send the message, it basically just uses the channel as a queue, and there is a Tokyo task spawned, which will just wait for a message to arrive, and that's the basis of the code. So I made that way uglier. It's the wrong file. So I made that way uglier. We're at almost 200 lines now, but we will clean that up. I want to get that into separate files. Yeah. Separate files. Ooh, yeah, who does that? I mean, we could. I think there is an include something, import, whatever. Where you can include other files directly, like in C. Okay, let's also make those unbounded for now. We will have to do something about that, but for now it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's basically just convenience. A wild NRT appeared on his girlfriend's account. Ooh. I think the sound setup is nice. Thanks. I mean, I got good advice from some random guy on the internet. I think his name is Neon Raytracer. You maybe know him, and you should definitely check him out. So. Bot? Why is my bot not doing the thing it's supposed to do? Okay, that works. So my shoutout doesn't work. Okay, let's... Let me check that out for a second. So there's an admin. Edit. I mean, you still have your custom command, but admin, I am hardliner. That should be all right. Let's see if that works. Cargo install. What? Dot force. Oh, wait, there's another. No, board. Oh, where does the name come from? Do we pass the name? We pass the name. Okay. Let's do that instead, and just not deal with it later on. Okay, install again. Now it's working. Okay. Back to the actor. Okay, so I define some convenience types. That's basically for me if I want to change from bounded to unbounded. That's just for easy access. Yeah, then I defined a trade actor message. That's basically just to simplify all the trade bounds later on, or all the generic bounds. So for now, I defined that the actor message needs to be debug and send. Send for it to cross thread boundaries, debug for unwrap. The biggest problem we have with that is there would actually be a clone needed, which we'll see later, but that also has certain problems. Yeah, so that's the base trade for messages. And we auto implement actor message for everything that's debug and send. That's just to simplify stuff, and everything that derives debug basically and is sendable should be legible for an actor message. Yeah, and later on clone. Then I created a receive handle trade, which is basically just a wrapping trade around receiving. I did a receive and a send handle. So it should be easier to switch them, but I'm not sure if I even use them right now. So let's see. Yeah, I should probably. So the idea for that was so it's easier to supply a completely different messaging system instead of the Tokyo based. But I didn't actually implement it. But for now, it's basically just the type of the inner receive from the unbounded receiver stuff pulled out, and I've basically made a trade out of the concrete implementations I had. Okay, that's that. Then I built an actor trade. That's the thing you actually need to define. For now, I went with an associated type. This makes storing of actors easier later on, because they aren't generic. And you need to implement a handle message function. That's basically just what happens if you get a message. That's some trait type, trait, associated type, helper type. So I had not a bug, I had a problem where just typing T::: message type was marked as ambiguous. And so I just wrote a type wrap around it, which does nothing else than extract that type. Yeah. Okay. Then I built an actor container. That's basically just so I can split the receiving part from the actor itself. So internally, we pass actor containers around, and the actor container contains an actor and a receiver, and if it receives something, it will call the corresponding function on the actor. That thing is implemented by basic actor container, so you should be able to replace that later on. The basic actor container just has a normal receiver, which should probably be a receive handle later on, but for now it's fine. Yeah, and the trait just delegates or gets the values from the implementation below. Then there's a run actor function that's needed to. Let's put that further down. Why are you complaining again? Wow. Okay. Okay, so actor container. Then I did another trait, which is an actor handle. It's basically just something you can use to send to the actor, which needs to be cloned, but because of certain shortcomings, it can't actually be cloned. And okay, let's say it like that. If I make this thing clone, the message needs to be cloned as well. So that's where I'm struggling. I can't have a clonable actor handle, but send non-clonable messages. That's one of the things I want to figure out today, if we can actually do this. Or another thing I'm thinking about is just abolishing the trait as a whole and just return the actor handle in itself for simplicity, because I think being simple is better than being generic here. But let's see. Okay. Then if you create an actor handle, you pass it an actor, and it automatically creates a channel for communication, creates an actor container, spawns the actor container, and returns itself. You're an actor handle. I am. Oh. That makes sense. It's called sender, okay. That's because the... Oh, okay. The problem here is that an unbounded channel does not block on send. Because it's unbounded, it should never block. Okay, yeah, so basically you give it an actor, it creates the channels, it creates an actor container, it spawns the run actor function with the container in it, and return an actor handle so then you can use it. And that's basically the whole thing. So now you just need to define an actor and send messages. So let's clean it a bit up. Yeah, so we tell it what our actor message is. We tell it what to do when a message arrives. Yeah, then we create the thing and create a message, send the message, and await the channel we sent. And this thing, this awaiting the channel, is what's problematic, because a one-shot sender isn't clone, because otherwise you could probably send more than once. But the actor message needs to be cloned for that to work. So my idea was to get rid of the trait get rid of that as a whole. Send not found. Yeah, okay, so we basically need an impl for that. Is it? It's just impl, right? Or is it pub impl? I think it's just impl. Impl message, actor message. So let's see. Functions in traits. Oh. Oh. That's wrong. So now it should still work. See all the numbers from 1 to 10. Pub goes on the function. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You are right. So we want pub send. So something C++ doesn't do as well. That is actually good. That's true though. That's true. So that needs to be pub as well. Once we start splitting stuff up. Okay, now let's switch the sender we have for a send handle. I don't know if I did say this anymore. C++ does allow pub interface. Does it though? Oh, so now we're having the same problem again. If I make that clone, the message type needs to be cloned as well. Right? Hmm. Let me make your code a readable size. Do you want me to make it bigger? Okay, so I can't use a send handle anyway. I mean, the message is probably... Maybe half screen too faulty. Okay. I have all... Oh, I feel honored. I mean, the big question is, do we want messages to... Do we want to force messages to be cloned or not? That's the biggest question. I think it could be done without being cloned at all. But then we have the problem. The actor handle needs to be cloned, right? So we need to be able to have multiple handles and to give away actor handles. Okay? That's a basic requirement. Otherwise, only one actor could ever send to another actor. And you might want multiple actors sending. Okay, let's get to the send handle again. Can we... Can we do something like that and now make it clone? Does it stop complaining now? Self-message type now. It's also self-message type now. So type message type should be message. Message type is message type. Okay. Sounds good. You're still complaining? Have I missed something? Oh, that's message type equals. Okay, now we are back at object safety. Do we need to box that? Yeah, so now we're back to object safety, but why doesn't it complain up here? Wait. We could instead... No, you wait. Okay. If chat demands me to wait... No. Let's call it S for sender, which will be a send handle where the message type equals message. Kinda everything is the error. Does that work? The error was that some trade could not be made into an object. Oh, come on. That seems like it's working. I saw something red. Wait, do I have two input blocks for the same thing? Let's get those together. Okay. Mismatch types, this parameter. Hey Toggle. The type system hates me. But it's fine, I think. Okay, let's do something crazy. Oh no, I need the S part though. Can I replace that with an actor? And replace that with a message type. Rolls a bowling ball, which is all bowling. All the ball games going on in the chat. So that's actor. That's a message type. It's a message type as well. Now that can go away, kind of. A is not constrained by the infiltrate self-type or predicates. I really just want to go to bed. I mean, you can definitely go to bed if you like. Actor, that's standard marker. Phantom data A. Wait. Am I misunderstanding something? My turn to put the kid to bed, so if I go to bed I will be in trouble shortly. Yeah, that's understandable. Is it default? How do you phantom data again? I mean, that all seems so wrong. Could you develop a supervisor using only what you have at the moment? Let me think about that. No, because we have no mechanism to communicate crashes right now. There isn't even a concept of stuff crashing. Okay, let's reword. Supervision and supervision trees are currently not possible. Expected type parameter S found unbounded sender message. But isn't it implemented correctly? It should be. Should be implemented correctly. Oh, it gets the S from the outside. Gets the S from the outside. My word, my long word. Okay, that's a thing we can fix. Might be ugly, but we can fix that. Receiver, which will be a receiver for now. And a sender, which will be a send handle. No, wait. That needs to be an S. That's just an... So now I can get rid of that. Let's format. Format, let's take. Okay. So we got the actor. I know I have to order wrong. Okay, let's see if it runs. If you get numbers from 1 to 10. Hey, cat peasant. Okay, it does run now. So now can we replace... Okay, let's do something else first. Let's git commit working can't type working version. So if I ruin something, I have a state to go back to. So now we need... Let's do the same for the receive handle as well. Then we can plug and play whatever we like. Or at least we should be able to plug and play whatever we like. You're complaining. Oh, there are... There's a greater than sign missing. Let's see. There is another greater than sign missing. Who keeps deleting those? So... Where's the send handle? Oh, that needs to be constrained as well. It was me, backdot for your Emacs host. Okay, so let's import that, import that. Even though it's NVIM, put spare cow jail. Yeah, I made my setup Emacs proof, so... Are you happy now? No, it's not. It's already insanely confusing. R is unused. It's not. Wait, it is. It's completely unused. So, get rid of this from here. The troll move. Bear cool cow, says Muma. Nice. So the actor model itself makes concurrency simpler. So it's like a small version of what's it called? Microservices. So there's definitely use cases for that, but there are use cases where you shouldn't use it, basically. Wait. We don't... If you don't know what's going on, you won't bother with concurrency. Oh. So the actor model is basically just message passing. Okay, think about it like that. It's a message passing and a way to not think about concurrency at all. You just think about message passing and everything else is taken care of for you. It's like microservices, no one wants it now. No, it's like microservices in one single language and without all the nasty configuration and stuff. The mailbox is on fire. Yeah, it's definitely on fire here on this channel. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, let's put that. Let's take all of that and put it here. You will need message parsing to complete your message passing. That's nice, that's good. So you now also don't... Oh boy. I just made everything worse. We demand monkeys, just put them in a message purse and keep them the bike. I'm gonna monkey around soon. Let me just finish my thought. Otherwise I'm confusing myself more and more. That's not any message type, that's a message type. Okay. Same here. It's a message type. That's an R. No think only type. Me being me and myself. So do we still have... No, we don't. It's in... It's gone. Okay. Let's yank it again. Let's do that. Today I had 4 meetings. 4 seatings. I'm really sorry for you that you had 4 meetings. Nobody should have 4 meetings. I think the most amount of meetings you should have in a day are 2. And that's already too much. May not live long enough. Okay, let's just make everything static. Static is basically the get out of jail free card for lifetimes. What is CT? CR, please. No? Space CR, please? Okay, so it does run. Does kinda do what we want. It's complicated as flop. Okay, can I change that to bounded now? Try. Why am I yelling? Try to change to bounded. Okay. Are you ready? I hope I am. Ready? Okay. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. Okay. Oh boy. "21 words, 94 accuracy." Nice. I can recognize that moment when the brain has to disconnect the mouse, so typing is more than 12. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Wait. I would hope you can talk faster than you're typing. Sometimes. Yeah, cat git ignore. Should we read the git ignore and not read out of that in the typing game? Because I think it would get rid of stuff like the proc macro 100,000 exclamation mark problem. That would be nice. Okay, you know what? No, not Twitch. I ran into RS files in the target there. Yeah, there are definitely RS files from the macro invocations and stuff like that. So GitHub, toggle byte. Let's make an issue. Create package build. New issue. Title. Gotta pay a little respect, right? Do not create files from do not read files that match the git ignore if existent present. Yeah, it's not as simple as that. You slept git ignore. How is it more complicated? Maybe the git ignore contains. Okay. Let's say I have auto-generated files that all have the pattern auto dash something .rs. Okay. And so I need to ignore that, but maybe I have another file which matches the same pattern but is in a special directory, and I do want to include that. So there are certain circumstances where you would not just want to blindly ignore everything. So, but there's also a crate for that. Git ignore Rust. There has to be a crate for that. Yeah, so basically just use that instead of the normal walk deer and you're done. We could use okay, let's do it again. Let's do respect. Ignore. Submit. Okay. Almost toggle bit, almost. Here's your exclamation mark if you need one. Oh. You're still first. Okay, let's switch that to bounded. And see if it still works. Awesome Space Fox is here. Arctic Lurk Fox. Runs and hides. The most awesome Space Fox I know. Does it still run? Okay, it does still run. Wait, so now that they aren't used anymore, couldn't I do just sand handle and sieve handle instead? Oh, because it's associated types. Let's return impulse. That should be possible, right? What are you on about? Message time. Oh, I know. We need to constrain that as extra message. I see my name in chat. What did I do wrong? Toggle, nice to see you. And you, Hardliner, thanks. No need to thank me. Cooking teriyaki burger today. Nice. We had chicken again. No idea what to do tomorrow. 50 shades of potato, right? Okay. Let's do in channel type, bounded and unbounded. Can I implement impulse into for that? Or kids love it, me too. Want to eat your food? Yeah, we should do a Lob Sylvania party. Oh wait, but I can do something like that? Okay, let's ignore that. Let's do something like impulse Import channel type. We want to. I think we want to consume it. So match self extreme uncoming. Not relatives. Okay, so if we are self bounded, let's return that's probably a U size. And I still can't type. I'd love to do a cooking stream, but I think it's not going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, not with that attitude though, but you need to you need to want it. Right? Size. My attitude is sleep. That's fair. Self unbounded is MPSC about the channel. Okay. Oh. Trying to use the welcome dogs, but nothing is sticking. I mean, that seems fair. Could I box them instead? All I see is buffer, buffer, device, cube, buffer, lark, cake, pants. What's a buffer, buffer, device, cube, buffer, lark, cake, pant? That doesn't sound comfy. Why does that need to be the way it is? It's a form of Q. Oh, yeah. I don't think that's the problem, though. Okay, okay, be gone. Let's do CFG feature equal bounded. That should work, right? What's inlays in this context? Can't set inlays personally, adds way too much noise. And my code is noisy enough with the curvature, right? let's do it the other way around. Let's do it the other way around. I should change my stream title to procedural production. So basically, what? Yeah, but that's enabled. So basically, you're doing the opposite of garbage collection. Can I make the pop-ups favor going down instead of over? You mean behind the editor? Oh, that. Yeah. That should be... Should probably depend. See? So mine's down. But I don't know how. And why. And I don't know why that's failing. Because like if I do a function header completion, for example, it goes above. Oh, okay. That's what you mean. Are you having a compiler error? Am I having a compiler error? No. Oh. Yeah. I should have checked that. Should have checked that first, probably. I think I have to deactivate it. I mean, can't get clearer than that. Imagine reading the warning on stream. Lol. That's not, it's not a reading stream. I hope you know that. It's not an input. It's not a... Wow. Come on. And bounded right. It's not an output stream, it's just static. Yes, exactly. At least content-wise. CNC Rust Analyzer in active code. Right, turns out sending 33 million bytes to GPU isn't that fast. Yeah, it's not enough. You should send more. No, 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 no. That's the thing I want. Just need PCE 4. So the inlay hints should be completely gone, according to my config. Or do I need to make an object out of that? Could be that I need to make an object out of that. So let's do Rust Analyzer. Talk about also known as why games have loading screens. I do this every frame. Wow. I mean, I'm normally not the person to say you should do stuff more performant, but you probably should. You should not send as many bytes. Enable false. Park macro. That's not right. Enable is true. Cargo. Load out to use from check. True as well. Let's restart Vim. Oh, by the way, if you have performance problems in Fish Shell, if you're appending stuff to your path, do it like that. Don't use the -u user path thing. It's insanely slow. Okay, so that improved the startup from everything. New shells almost instantly, and also improved the startup speed from Vim. Can we quit? Okay. So if you're having problems with Vim shell, with Vim shell, with Fish shell, you could just join your string and set it once. Yeah. No need to use U in the config. Yeah, but if you do it slow. So I just took something from some random tutorial, and all of them basically said, yeah, use -u. But just doing it like that and using the normal set path syntax works just fine. Okay. It didn't work. Nice. Okay, let's just live with it, and that's fine. So now that means the actor handle should be clonable. So I should be able to do let actor 2 is actor dot clone, right? No. But to all instances. Yeah, use universal. Use universal. Okay, so we need to make messages clone, otherwise it won't work. But if we make messages clone, I can't use the one-shot sender anymore. At least not in a way I would use it. But can't I? Can't I? Can't I send both? Can't I send the message itself and the one-shot sender? It was, I think. Oh, I need to have... Oh. I need to have an answer as well. Okay. Let's just ignore it. Ignoring things is a problem. This is something you can do to solve problems, right? So let's get rid of that. Let's see what have I missed. Cheese more for fish scripts. Could be wrong. So if I said something GX, I'd never need to set it again, right? Geo global causes the specified shell variable to be given a global scope. Non-global variables disappear when the block they belong to ends. Okay. So yeah, if you use it in your config.fish, just do.x should be enough. Now let's fix things. Needs to be clone. Old ID is self. Next ID. Front line. There is nothing to respond to anymore. What are you complaining about? Font unit type? What? Okay, whatever. So actor messages need to be cloned, otherwise stuff won't work. Simple as that. I will. Okay. "47 words, 94%. Why do I need to be cloned? Can you set the same message to multiple recipients?" It needs to be clone for the, what's it called? Wait, okay. So when you spawn an actor, you get an actor handle, and the actor handle needs to be cloned. Okay, so if I'm an actor and I have a reference to another actor, which is an actor handle, I must be able to take that actor handle and send it to another actor while still retaining it. Okay, so I need to be able to say, okay, I'm spawning 10 new actors and each of them gets a reference to answer to, so that it doesn't need to go through me, so it can answer directly to the actor where the messages actually should go. So the thing is, if the actor handle is clone, it basically forces the message to be cloned as well. So if I go back and remove the clone from the message, only if it owns the message though. Yeah, the thing is it doesn't. Let's go up here. Get rid of the clone. Okay, so now it's not clone anymore. The actor handle only has basically a thing. Thing is good. So it basically has a channel which takes a message of type message type. Okay, the channel itself. The channel itself, so the sending part of the channel shouldn't own the messages, probably. And wait. Shouldn't that mean that the message needs to be clonable for just the message as well? Let's do let sender receiver is PSC unbounded channel. Sender send my actor message. Dot await. Does it need to be a... Oh, it's unbounded. Unbounded doesn't need to be await. Receiver... Receive... Await... I think there's an unwrap. Okay, so that is possible. Now, can I do a let sender... is good. Let sender 2 is equal to sender clone. Yeah, so it's not the channels. It's not the channel that's the problem. Maybe it's because I'm using traits and it cannot verify that the thing that implements the trait does not own the message. So the get channel thing basically returns something that implements a trait. And the something that implements a trait is stored inside the actor handle, I think. Yeah. So here is the send thing stored, but it does not contain anything. I could try boxing it. I can show you. It's basically a message type that sends a message. So it possibly could own it in theory, but it doesn't. Wait. Couldn't I do... No, it couldn't. I was thinking if I do an ampersand and clone internally, but that fixes nothing. Can you make send t instead? This function? Oh, you mean the send handle and use a message type instead? I can do that, but that doesn't fix the thing. It doesn't fix the problem. I mean, we can try, but I think I already tried that. Oh. So... Promise of fuzzy to be a message type has to be cloned. Yeah. Let's make a message type out of that. Oops. So is there anything else? Yeah. And that seems odd if the message type is not in the struct itself. The thing is, the trait doesn't know that. What? Going to plane traffic. Yeah, please don't. Um, Standard marker, phantom data. Let's put some phantom data in here. Okay. That's just message type. Oh, not here. Is phantom data not clone? There are exactly 4 dogs at my city's shelter and I'm going to play with all of them. Have fun. So the sand handle is still clone. Do I need to implement it? Rather have to beat the child and put that child to bed. Like later if brain permits. Yeah, have fun. Impl clone for basic actor handle. See, we have message S. Implement. See, sender is self-sender clone. Message should be default. So why are you complaining now? But send should return a result. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, it does make sense. It does make sense. Everything makes sense. So, okay, we can clone now. Okay. So actor 2 send my actor message. Okay. Okay, then let's remove the associated types everywhere, right? Message type. Okay. Let's run that. Mm-hmm. That didn't work. Oh. Let's run it again. Okay, so now I should be able to get the one-shot channel back, right? So that was respond to one-shot sender. What was the next ID? U32. So let sender receiver equal one shot. Respond to sender. Receiver receive. No, receiver await. Let's get another one. Let's get a different message. Message. Okay, what are you complaining? Oh, it's one shot channel. Okay, that's working now. Spawn 2. Spawn 2. Send self dot next ID. Is it a wait? No. Does it run now? It does. Okay, so we fixed it. The message now doesn't need to be copied. Is there anything else? The actor that needs to own it anyway. Okay, let's get some convenience stuff going. Let's do a spawn function, which takes an actor and will return a basic actor handle. Okay, so you need two things, right? The message and what the send handle will be. And probably can't just do that, right? Yeah. So the impulse shouldn't work here as well, right? Or does it? Okay, let's get rid of that. We already have an actor. Kinda works. May not. Oh. The actor needs to be static. Got it. Hey Tammy Sam. I'm a bit tired, but other than that, I am fine. How are you? I got a small little. Guess what I was switching to? Oh, you're switching to Nixos. Nice. I mean, if you like to tinker with stuff, Nixos is pretty great, I think. So the biggest problem for me was the lack of documentation. If they fix that, I'll happily switch to Nixos. I have to set up my config first. Yeah, that's understandable. Let's do a default. Get rid of that. Let's do a default. And then for the type parameter a. Oh. I have no cursor. I still have no cursor. Okay, whatever. What is happening? If you want to check out my old configs, that's the URL. That's the things I have set up. There is even a setup script. So if you've installed Nixos and want to get set up quickly, that's one way to do it. But bear in mind it's pretty old. So I think it's what, 3 years old, 2 years old, something like that. So it's not the current version. So I can now derive default for my actor. Get rid of that. May do spawn default instead. Oh, wrong syntax. Okay, let's make an actor rs. No, let's move that to different project. Come on. Can I set my virtual machine with it? I want to test drive it first, write my config from scratch and switch. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay, let's see. It's basically the same except that we have an actor system now. And that's just definitions. And then there's the transport stuff. Okay, let's get rid of all of that. And copy temp actor source main to source. Cargo at Tokyo async. Wait, this is async dash trade, right? I think it's async dash trade. Okay. Let's get rid of all that. Let's go to main. Let's get rid of all of the library stuff. Is it use crate? Does that work? Cargo run? It's... Oh, no. That's my auto bot. So my bot automatically every, I don't know, 5 minutes or something like that, pastes, you can see it here, it's auto dot files. So my dot files, my Discord, I think it's only my dot files on my Discord right now. But you can look at it. You can definitely look at it. Oh, I know what the problem is. There's some good cargo stuff. Yeah, it's basically my default setup now. I'm also starting to learn Rust. Nice. It's hard. Have you programmed before? That needs to go. Came from closure. Okay, that I do understand that might be pretty hard. Yeah, it's different syntax, different programming style. Yeah. I mean, there are worse languages. So I think C++ you can go get up to speed faster, but you would be doing so many things wrong, which would slow you down in the long term. And doing it in Rust, you have your friendly compiler who only wants to help you. But I want to get... you mean the programming language V? Do they have a working compiler? I have heard about it. I have... Okay. There is an article, though, from Christina Dodrill. I'm just gonna dump that right now. And I think she also has a follow-up. Okay, let's look at that. Yeah, so she also has a follow-up on that. And let's see. Let's see what comes out of it. I personally, if someone were to ask me what language they would learn that's similar to C or Go, I would probably go with SIG. I think SIG is a cool language. It has none of the whole inheritance crap. It's pretty close to C. It has a few cool features. It's not garbage collected. It's you can change the allocator pretty easily, stuff like that. So it has cool features. So I think SIG is the better choice. If the question is SIG or V, I think SIG is the better choice. Probably. I haven't coded in V as much, so I do not know. It seems pretty C-like, pretty Go-like, but if you want a Go-like language, just write Go. Right? Oh, does that compile C++? I hate it. Why do you hate Go? I mean, I think the language is badly designed and could be better, but hate is a bit strong for Go itself, I think. Go suffers from the same. I have already said that on stream. Go suffers from the same problem that, as Visual Basic. So Visual Basic, the old VB6 or Visual Basic for applications, one of the main problems was it was too easy. So for simple scripts, you could take some random guy who has never programmed before and teach him Visual Basic in a day. Okay? Hey, Retrainer. And that was basically the downfall of Visual Basic. It was so easy that you would have to do stupid stuff for complicated... if you want to do something complicated, you would have to do stupid stuff to make that work. Okay? That's why Visual Basic was hated by programmers who had to use it. For simple scripting, it was an amazing language. Okay, so SIG has C and C++ interop. Okay? You can... Let me show you something. CPP. So I can set -x cxx. Oh no, not translate. CC. Is it big? Wait, I can type. No, it's small. Okay. Okay, now I set two variables, basically. I set my C compiler to SIG, and I set my C++ compiler to SIG. Okay. Now let's do generate. It detected SIG as my compiler. Okay, now I'm gonna do build. And now I'm basically compiling a whole C++ program with the SIG compiler. SIG is pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do SIG in the future. So it's not gonna replace Rust for me, because I still think that we need stricter programming languages than Rust. Yeah. Okay, the programming error is unrelated. That's just a bug in the thing itself. But you can totally use SIG for that. Okay, where were we? Ref. Okay, remove that. Oh, I'm just stupid. Come on, press the right things. Use ref star. Okay. Oh. Get rid of that. Why am I creating a one shot? Oh, so it can respond, right? That's not needed anymore. That's basically just handled with default. And wait, how does that work? Alright, so I just do examples and move my source main into examples. Simple actor. Right? Now I should be able to do cargo run dash dash example simple actor. Okay. Back to Nexus installation. Yeah, have fun. Have fun installing Nexus. It's a cool system. Okay, that's handled as well. Let's get to Kagotomo. Can we do a version of 0? Probably. Um, uh, Experimental actor framework. We need to play around with concept and what do you use to lay your chat and terminal out like that? I can show you in a second. The concept is experiment with different implementations. Do not use in production. That's important. Okay, so basically I'm using i3 gaps. Okay, so that what you're seeing right now is the i3 part. And let's kill everything, okay? So that's my basic desktop. I'm pressing meta and enter, or Windows. It's for me it's the Windows key and enter, which opens the terminal. Then I'll open another terminal, move one terminal to the bottom, resize that, start my bot, and my bot, where's the chat? If you send a message, the bot will print the message for me. That's the basic setup I'm having. Yeah. Hello from the command line. 1 M20. Almost. Yeah, so that's basically it. I have another thing I'm using, which is my split output script, which isn't working correctly, sadly. It's i3 gaps, yeah. i3 gaps. That's the thing I'm using. Have you ever played around with the DWM? I have not. Oh, it's the suckless things. Okay, yeah, no. The thing is, I understand the need for better software, and I think it's good to strive for it. But I don't want to configure everything by recompiling. Okay, and maybe it was another suckless project. I don't know, but most of them, if I understand correctly, have is customized through editing its source code. If that's something for you, and if you value that, then by all means use it. I'm quite happy with i3. i3 is pretty stable. I think i3 is in maintenance mode right now, so it's still actively maintained, but they don't plan on adding new features, and just want to fix all the bugs. So just keeping it stable as good as possible. So it's just no surprises for me. But we can try it out for one stream probably. Shouldn't be. Do we have a to-do? I have no to-do. Use DWM for one stream. I'll write it down. That was a joke idea. Let's do that down. That also goes down. I need to come up with something else to organize all my things. That still waits for an answer. Wait, that's not an idea anymore. Let's move it out. Yeah, so that's basically an upcoming project I want to do. A note-taking app, a note-taking plugin basically for Vim. Because I like hierarchical note-taking, but I couldn't find a good app which integrates perfectly into the command line. So we make one ourselves. And that means probably Vim script. So we're gonna do a Vim script stream. Ref. Oh. Okay. Get come. Okay. Let's make a project for that so that other people can play around with it too. It's not new repository, that's what I'm thinking about. Also, we should probably the first implementation was built according to the following blog post. And generalized to a library. Okay, git add mention blog post. That's ref. It's public. Deal with the license later. We already have something. Git push -u origin master. Okay, that's done. Do not use in production. I hope it's not too small. I should probably make it bigger. Okay, add file, create new file. License. Nice the question. What kind of license do we use for that? Normally I would do Apache. Normally I would do MIT. I switched to Apache. Have you any ideas on further improving Rev, like creating supervisors and whatnot? Yeah. I want to do a whole runtime in the background and want to experiment with making stuff faster and also implementing back pressure algorithms and stuff like that. But I don't know if it's ever gonna hit a stage where it's usable in production, or where I would be confident to tell you, hey, use Rev as your actor framework because it's gonna be maintained and built for production. So right now it's experimental, just for me to learn about actor frameworks and actor frameworks in Rust, so I can use that knowledge that I gain to help others build their actor framework. Okay. So I have an actor playground. And let's actually write that in. Okay, we will do Apache for now, because I really dislike the GPL stuff. Sometimes, not always, sometimes. We don't create directly into master. And unless, as long as nobody contributes, I can still change the license without problems. Okay, let's just take all of that. Master main. It's currently on master, because there are certain tools in the Rust world which do not work properly if it's set to main. So normally I try to set everything to main because I personally do not care. Okay, if people think that main is the better branch, and if people are feel hurt by it being named master, I think it's fine to just change it. But there is so much tooling, and we can't just blindly change everything. So we will probably all migrate to main someday, or something else, whatever. It's not that big of a deal, I think. I might be wrong though, so. Okay. Yeah, I don't see that happen. I mean, might be. The thing is, we would need a replacement for that. I was pretty hyped for Pichul. Yeah. Yeah, so I was pretty hyped for Pichul. Just because it's mathematically backed and stuff. So there are complete white papers on why Pichul merges why you can't have merge conflicts or something like that, which is pretty cool and pretty crazy, and nobody understands it properly, I think, except the guys who are working on it. But they stopped providing Windows builds. So if you go to downloads, okay, so they provide no builds at all anymore. Yeah, for the longest time they wouldn't provide current Windows builds, and building on Windows was a massive pain. So yeah, but it's a cool system, definitely. I think it's what's the other one called? Darks? Is the Haskell one? Just compile from source. Yeah. That's what I tried to do it on Windows. Okay, so I tried to get Pichul running on Windows. I think it's Anu now instead of Pichul. No, it's not Anu. What? Just uninstall Windows. Yeah, that's basically what I did. So my home PC is now Linux, as you can see. I'm using Manjaro, by the way. But I still have Windows installed for gaming. Was it Ani? Also no. I think it's called Anu. Anu? Was it named back again? That's just confusing. Okay, whatever. Yeah, the main pain of all of that is basically OpenSSL. Or SSL in general. Because it's a pain to build on Windows and... yeah. Let's see if we can actually install that. There's also another if single binary stuff. Oh, what's it called? Something with F SSL. Common bring of pain. Yeah. Oh, I know. There's also Fossil, which basically is a single binary that stores stuff in SQLite. That's not Fossil. That's not the thing I'm searching. Fossil source code management. Fossil SCM, obviously. Yeah, so that thing is basically a single binary with a built-in web interface. Issues and everything is basically packaged inside the repository. And if I want to share the repository, I can just send you the file. So it doesn't have a server or something like that. You can self-host it. Is there an Arch version of that somewhere? Paro, Fossil. There has to be, right? Oh. -s, Fossil. See how we do with storage. Okay, that's fine. So make directory. I feel like I sidetracked you a bit. That's fine. That's completely fine. My cool C project. So is there an init? init. Fossil init. Not pvd. My C project, whatever. Okay. Oh, it creates a folder, right? No. It's a file, that's not a folder. Okay, whatever. I initialized stuff. Let's touch main C. Include standard input output int main my C programming skills printf hello world \n and return 0. Now let's compile it with sig. Sig cc. Okay, that works. Now fossil, is it fossil add? No. Oh, fossil open my C project. What? Okay, move main out. Oh, because of the a.out stuff. Now I get it. Let's move it back in. How do I add stuff? Fossil. It's not add. We just commit it? I did open things. Nothing has changed. Add main.c. Oh, okay. I need to open it first. Then I should be able to commit it. Yeah, whatever. Then I can do fossil UI. And basically have a timeline. I have a home page where you can write stuff. You can look at your files, you can look at your branches, you can look at your tags, and so on and so forth. You have a ticketing system, and I think I should be able to... that's the wrong... Desktop, fossil, close, not close. What's the opposite of open then? Let's rebuild. Okay. I have no idea what I've done. Changes. No changes. Docs. Quick start. Okay. Whatever. sharing, pull, sync, branching. Okay, did fossil open? So there is a fossil close. Fossil close. Okay, let's try again. Fossil open. Fossil close. Whatever. But small programs doing only one thing, etc. Yeah. I get the sentiment behind it, but sometimes it's just not feasible. I think. So, for instance, I also don't think that everything is a string or everything is a file or stuff like that is the best we could do as programmers. But if you have a system which provides the means to connect programs in a good way, so not just piping strings around, then I might be more a fan of that. But I haven't seen something like that that's actually usable. Okay, let's remove that and do the same with Pichul. Pichul probably also in it. Pichul add, no add, yes add. And then I do Pichul. Is there a commit? I think there is no commit. I think it's record. I did a thing. Not git. Pichul. What's the thing I'm searching for? Log, whatever. Okay, I did the thing. So that's basically it. And the whole thing is based on patches. So it's, if you want to do email-based stuff, I could do Pichul. Not apply. Not push, not fork. I don't know. Whatever. It's pretty cool if you like the theory behind it. Gonna just dump them into the chat if you want to look at it. Okay, back to, yeah, give it at least another 10 years. Yeah, I don't know about that. I really don't. Maybe, probably. I mean, there are problems with Git. Okay, everyone who tells you there are no problems with Git hasn't worked with Git. That's basically it. So, but with things like Microsoft backed GitHub, that's also a thing. I understand the sentiment behind it, but do you still use GitHub? Just as a question. Don't know if a virtual developer can be asked about learning new VCS. I don't. Okay. I still use GitHub, and it didn't change for the worse. So, you can make the point that GitHub is bad because it's owned by Microsoft, and that you don't use it, or that you don't push your own repositories to it because maybe you need to use it for work or because certain library just is only there. But there's also the usability aspect of it. I mean, there are alternatives like Source Hut, I think. I don't mean like MS bad, I'm more like MS has some stake in keeping Git popular as a VCS. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, it's not easy. Definitely is not easy because you can't just stop using Git. Okay? Because everyone knows it. Well, not everyone knows it. We still use S4 network, so that's absolutely not true. Most people use it. Most modern companies use it. But there's definitely stuff we need to fix. So in gaming, they're still using something else. I think they use Perforce or something like that. Because of assets. Because Git is insanely bad with assets. Also, never ever use Git large file storage. If you even remotely think about changing servers. Because that's P4, yeah. Because that's a massive pain. I don't know it, so I can't comment on that. I don't know if it's good, if it's bad. I only used SVN and Git professionally. It was awful. Have I opened that? No. Other actor frameworks. Let's start with Actix. Hey Megaforks, it's not distributed, so there's a central server keeping logs on everything. If one guy has a file open, you can. Oh my god, that's insane. I know. The source code management system from Microsoft, the Microsoft Team services or something like that. They use a similar model where people can log files, which can be a good thing depending on what you want. So maybe if you do binary stuff a lot, which cannot be merged, yeah, maybe you want to log that. I do understand that. But if you're mostly using source code, do you use Rust on your daily job? Sadly, no. We did an evaluation a few days ago if we wanted to move forward with Rust or with C++ for our cross-platform. And we decided, and with we, I mean management decided We will use C++ because it's easier to debug from inside Android Studio. I use Tortellini code. What are you talking about, Megaforks? Have you seen my code? There's not a single spaghetti in there. Yeah, so basically the decision was we might need the debugging, and my argument was, well, we have a desktop version, so we can just use the executable and debug that instead of the library. And the argument against that was, yeah, but what if there is some platform-specific bug in the Rust code we need to debug? Yeah. So that what was really cool. True. It's just null dwarf files, debugging works fine. Yeah, but it's not that simple. So in Android Studio, if you use C++ directly inside directly with CMake, you can set a breakpoint in Android Studio in the C++ code, start the debugger, and it will actually stop where it should stop. And that's not as simple with Rust. So you can't just press F9 or whatever the key is and press debug for it to work. So let's see. I know it's... I don't think it's a good argument, but whatever. It is what it is. Who uses mobile phones with Android or iOS? It's gross. I mean, I personally use a can. 2 cans at a string. So if you're using something else, I don't know what you're doing. Everything else is bloat. That's how you make links, right? Hope that's how you make links. What? Okay. Let's try that again. Delete in Word, insert. Now let's do 6 at Q. Almost. It's actually a proven mathematical theorem that it's possible to guess the order of the MD links for the first time. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think that should be the right syntax. Okay, so we have Actix. What's the next? Bastion. What just happened? Bracket types and MD. Order of arguments to LN. Yeah, I always get those wrong. But now, after a billion times using it, wait, that's wrong. A billion times of using it and starting to actually read the documentation, it kind of makes sense. So if you do ln -- help, which is in my history, just for the record, okay, it says target, that's what it targets, and the link name. Okay, so that's the name of the thing That's basically where you want it to point, and that's the name of the pointer. So that's the variable name, so to speak, and that's the thing that's pointed to. I'm also pretty sure the junction in Windows uses the other way around. So okay, let's continue. Adding links. It's still second try. It's like USB sticks, right? Actor. That did seem pretty reasonable though, right? Yeah. So what happened? Tetsu! With the raid. Tetsu, how are you doing? How was your stream? What did you do today? Did you rust? Or did you not rust? I think that the binary modifies itself to switch the order of the arbitrary use. Yeah, probably. But the binary also has to know if it's the same person, right? Because if I do it twice, the second time always works. So it has to know who's using it. Romeo on tractor. Okay, so that's basically that. Okay. A bit of Rust, a bit of Angular. Yes, I still don't like Angular. And that's based on nothing but my own feelings. I have never, ever in my life used Angular. JS is bloat. I've never used Angular. I mean, I have used Angular once, but not in any real capacity. And if you would ask me what front-end language, what front-end framework to use, I would probably say React, just because it looks so much cooler to program in React than in Angular. That's my whole opinion on that. So some people seem to like it. I do understand that it's if you're productive in the system, just use it. It's okay. But also wasn't Angular dead? I've only ever used React, but all of the online memes tells me to hate Angular, and who am I to complain? Yeah, basically that. Okay, let's see. So I mean, if you understand HTML and JavaScript, you can basically kind of work with that, right? You say render, and it kind of makes sense, at least in my head. And with Angular, it's tags everywhere. So my decision is more based on job offerings. AngularJS is dead. I mean, that's if that's what you want to do, that's fine. That's completely fine. The entire model of reactive models are pretty cool. I mean, I personally think that the Elm architecture which is basically just MVC, but pure MVC, is the height of GUI programming at the moment. So you have some model which is immutable, and if someone clicks something, you get a message. Then depending on the message, you change your model, and the renderer automatically renders everything in new, and then it gets diffed. So it's a pretty pure way of working with UI, and that's one of the reasons I like it, but I do not like Elm, the language, for one reason or the other. But if you're a beginner and you want to get simple GUIs quick, Elm might be a good choice. Also, error messages. Elm has the best error messages in the world. It's insane. Elm error messages. Let's see. We get an image. Can you make that readable? Looks like a record is missing the field age. As I infer, the type of going to... Yeah, whatever. So, I heard that the core devs were pretty interesting. Elm has made some good decisions and some bad decisions. Okay? One of the good decisions, there was some long hot take on lapses. Never bothered to read the whole thing though. Yeah, so one of the good things that Elm does, which I really like and I want to see in every language from now on, I hope they haven't removed it, is if you're developing, if you're making a library and you change the public interface of the library, you need to bump the major version of the package. So Elm, the Elm package manager, automatically detects that you changed something you shouldn't change, according to somewhere, and forces you to actually do the right thing, versioning wise. So that's something I would like to see more often. So if there is a breaking change in the API, like I removed a message, a function or something like that, make it a hard error, make it not pushable. Okay. I like the idea of enforced server, but I'm not sure about how possible it is though. Yeah, there's if you factor in stuff like CFFI and so on and so forth, it's pretty impossible to catch all that. But you can at least define certain things that will always be caught. Okay, so I don't think you need to catch every possible case there is. If you catch the most common cases, that would already be a step in the right direction. So the bad decision that the Elm dev made, and you can certainly argue if that's a bad decision or not, you can't actually publish an Elm library, an Elm package, if it contains JavaScript code. So it has to be either pure Elm, or the dude who made Elm must manually approve your package in order for it to be available through the package registry. And that's a thing, yeah, on a theoretical level, that's cool, because nobody can do some unsafe JavaScript. But on the other hand, if I want a certain element that's not in Elm, and I need to use JavaScript to get that, I cannot publish a library for that, and that's just a no-go. Changes the interface, sure, but whatever the lib does after the interface has been consumed seems impossible to enforce. That's true. Yeah, that's completely true. I completely agree. I mean, a thing that could help with that would be contracts, or some type level things where you stuff like simple pre and post conditions. For instance, you say, okay, I always give you a number between 1 and 5, and if that's changing, then you can also throw an error and say, okay, the invariants have changed, stuff like that. So you can move closer towards a language where you can detect more errors, but nobody has done it. Nobody has done it in a language that's actually appealing to the everyday programmer. So that's why I'm so glad that Rust exists, because Rust is the first language that appeals to the normal programmer with syntax and stuff. Oh, I hope. Dependent types are love. But there are cool. There are even cooler things. There are even cooler things than dependent types. Okay, let's try it. Getting started. Show me code. Okay. Hey Wakla. I'm doing good. We did an extra framework library, kind of. Okay, so that's black magic. No. I'm just looking at it and comparing it to the simplicity of JavaScript. JavaScript, the simplicity of React, which in my mind is, I don't know why, stream is becoming more cursed each day. Yeah, we might do Java soon, and we might do Vim script soon, so be prepared. Yeah, so we're basically gonna do probably Java tomorrow, and next week we'll do Vim script, because I wanna create an extension for Vim, and I want to make it compatible with Vim and NeoVim. So, but I also want to do SIG programming, and I also want to do Ponylang programming and Go programming. So we'll do just everything. Okay, every language you can think of, we will kind of do, except PHP, because nobody wants to do PHP. Java. Java wasn't a joke, no. I do PHP. So there is a list of languages in my. There is a language ordering in my head, okay, and I think Java is pretty low on that list. I think it's one of the lowest languages on the list I would still work with. So I do not hate Java. I think Java has done... Yeah, I allowed it now, because it might mean something else, but in this case it's fine. No. I think there are way better languages than Java. Okay, Java has objective problems in their type system, and so on and so forth. The JVM is completely fine. The JVM is insanely good. But there are certain things in Java that are, let's call it, stupid, okay? But I'll never do PHP. PHP is below the invisible line of languages I will do. And I worked with PHP, and even though it's better now, okay, I do understand that. A friend of mine did it and showed me some code, and it looks way better than it did like 10 years ago. It's still PHP, okay, so it still has all the wrong things in it. If that makes any sense. But it's fine. It's fine to... It's completely fine to do PHP, okay? Like, if you need money to live. If the thing that pays you money is COBOL, then programming COBOL. That's fine. Okay. There's still some questionable things true. Java's biggest problem is how it just turned into the default language for the last 15 years or so. There's still so many devs that just assume that, well, it has to be this OOP and run with Java, since that's how software's developed. And do some Haskell to compensate to the PHP use. Yeah, I try to do everything, okay? In the last 15 years, I learned about 30 programming languages to a certain degree. So I didn't learn all of them until I can do big projects. But just the basic hello world, write small command line tools stuff, I did with about 30 languages. And it opens up many possibilities to improve stuff even in other languages. So some features are easily transferable, even if they are not as convenient, to other languages. So I did functional programming in Delphi, which is obscene and you don't want to look at it, but it works wonders, and it's incredibly cool to maintain. So yeah, and OOP is obviously bad. Do not ever. If you're learning programming right now and you're learning OOP, you can know that you're learning something which will get you a job, but do not let anyone tell you that that object-oriented programming is the best way to program or the best style or whatever. It is not. Okay? Object-oriented programming theoretically is good, because the premise of object-oriented programming basically was you have certain concepts, and if you know those concepts, you can take a programmer and sit the programmer in front of a PC, in front of source code, which was programmed with object-oriented principles in mind, and he should be able to understand what's going on in a matter of days instead of months. In practice, that's just not happening. It doesn't work, okay? Nobody knows how to do real object-oriented programming, so everyone has their own understanding of it, their own standards, and so on and so forth. Everyone abstracts differently, and given that, everything that should be better with OOP is actually getting worse. So there is absolutely no benefit for using object-oriented programming. But if you want to get a job, learn it. OOP was a mistake. OOP is good for starting though. I think the mental model is pretty easy to understand. Is it though? I don't think it is. I wholeheartedly disagree with it, to be honest. Okay, wait, let's push that first. Why is my cursor an M? Oh. Because I'm stupid, that's why. I think that Java is going to replace COBOL in some decade or so. Yeah. Banks around the world are modernizing their COBOL stack with Java. So, add alternative actor libs to readme. Let's push that and check if we got the links right. Let's press the correct key as well. Okay, git poo-poo. Just push and pull. Yeah, merge, whatever. I don't care. I think the Java is going to... Okay, that I already read. Is it already there? No. No. Ransom report influence server just needs to maintain it. Yeah, so there's still insanely many... Oh, I did the links right. It just botched something else. Yeah, not only COBOL. Okay. So git commit formatting. I'm bad at writing git commits. No, I'm not bad at writing git commits. I just don't care for private projects that are experimental. It's insane how much bad code there is. Okay, so not only bad programming languages, but bad code in general. There is stuff out there that's, I don't know, a million lines of code. Nobody understands what it does, but it's integral to the businesses that run it, and they basically just spin up a VM. they just spin up a VM and put the software in there if the normal hardware can't run it anymore, and that's basically it. That's how you do maintenance for old software. That's a viable strategy. Also, stuff like I talked with a coworker today. Not freeing any memory can be a valid memory allocation strategy if your tool is short-lived, okay? But in certain circumstances, there are devs who make some mistakes, and then that memory management strategy goes into production in a server that's running 24/7. And that's how you end up with servers that you need to reboot once a day. Otherwise, your memory is going to go into the terabytes probably. And nobody knows what's happening, okay? Nobody knows where the memory is actually allocated because it's such a mess. It's that's also a problem with object orientation, because nobody knows what is going on because you have a billion layers of abstraction. Yeah, and that's services that run. So you basically have two servers. When the one reboots, the other one starts, so you don't have downtime. Strap it behind a bootloader, and and be done with it. That's the state of programming right now. Well, hopefully all software will from this day and onwards only be written in Rust, and we will survive until the heat of the universe. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay. Also, I read in the Rust Reddit, Rust subreddit somewhere. Was it Steve Klebnik that said it? That he would be fine if someone came up with a better language. So Rust is not designed to be the best language forever. It's just designed to be a better language than what we have right now. And if someone can come up with something better, we should actually switch to that. And I agree. I totally agree. I also completely understand that there are systems where you just can't run Rust code. That's a given. Okay? But we don't even have monads. Yeah, that's the thing that's missing in Rust is monads. I know, but that's actually not what I was hinting at. Monads and the whole higher kind of type stuff is insanely cool, and I think it's needed. A lot of Haskell people are missing them in Rust. Yeah, but you don't actually need monads in a language like Rust, right? I mean, it makes certain stuff easier and simpler to implement, but you don't have I/O, you don't have many other things, and there are better ways than monads to do things for certain use cases. So I don't think I've ever really needed them. Yeah. The only thing that monads are really good for is writing blog posts about what a monad is. So I think I wanted to show something and I completely forgot. Whatever, let's run the example again. Get numbers printed. So that's what we did today. It's actually not that bad, I think, for a first version. So you start with a struct like everything else for your internal state. You define an actor, and what you do with what messages you take and can handle. Then you create a message. We use a one-shot sender so that you can directly answer to the message, which isn't needed for the actor framework at all. So it's not in there, it's on the outside. And then you basically just do, you spawn an actor and send messages to it. That's basically it. Writing monad generic code is so rare. It's usually the other way around, that you're writing something and then you find out, oh hey, my thing A is actually a monad and does compare. Yeah. But it's also, the thing is, monads are so abstract, it's really hard to explain them. But I understand the use case for it. So I think in languages like Rust, functors and applicatives are more important, because you don't need to step up to monad. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm not as educated and actually know all that stuff. But if I remember correctly, I think the big problem is monads is before getting functor and applicative. It's just a monad in the category of burrito. Okay, wait. You getting you going on the quotes page. Oh, that was good. Yeah, so the one problem is I heard a person argue against using what's it called? I currently can't remember either. I can't remember the English word, and at the same time I can't remember the German word as well. So I know what I want to say, but I'm completely missing the word right now. Analogies. Okay, so basically he argued that you shouldn't explain a monad with implementations of a monad. So you shouldn't say stuff like, yeah, a monad is kind of like a list, and a monad is kind of like a container, and kind of like a box, or something like that. And you should just explain the abstract thing that it is and does for people to actually understand it. But for me, it helped immensely to have analogies to compare it to. Okay, so I mean, for me it's different, because I usually am very good with abstracting things. So if you give me 3 examples of something that correlates to each other, I can probably abstract over that. So if you give me enough examples of a monad, I can probably understand the abstract principle behind it. So that's a thing that not many people can do because they didn't teach it in school very much. The list monad is the worst example. Also, the flat map of nested list is totally not the first use case. True. You have to have analogies and definitions at the same time. It well, I think. Yeah, okay. So there is monads, functors. Is it in pictures? Yeah. So that's the page that did it for me. I mean, I already knew a bit more about it. I'm just gonna paste it here. Thanks for breaking my link. Okay, URL. Let's do tiny URL. So here you have something clickable. So that's the tutorial that I used, or that I found and I read through a few times. And I think it explains it pretty good, actually. So it starts with applying a function to a value, gets on with a context, and it doesn't go into detail. So it just explains basically the kind of what it does. Twitch schedule Pasicus Burr, yeah. Probably not written in Rust, that's the problem. Yeah, it has... The thing with this is it has cool graphics, which kind of get to the point of what he's trying to say. So you not only have text to read, you also have a language. You also have a picture to look at, which is pretty cool. Yeah. It has been translated into human languages. Okay. Oh boy. There's his job. No medium. Sorry. Okay, we massively derailed. We massively derailed. But I think that's gonna be it for today. We can do actor frameworks is a monad, by the way. I do see the kappa. Let me think about that. Is an actor a monad? I think an actor is a monad. Or you could model an actor as a monad. Okay, now you got me. Monad laws. Now we're going all in. Don't want all laws. What definition for bind be? So let's see. Yeah, so basically, isn't bind to take a monad, do thing actor, do another thing with actor. Wait, there is there is bind. What's the other one? Bind and new? Bind and return? Not monad loss, monad interface. Bind and return. Yeah. So return would basically be take a state and make an actor out of it. Probably something like that. And bind would be to send a message. To send a message and work with that. The thing is, that's something that's not handled in Rust at all. The actor model, if you're precise, should be able to change its internal message handling. It should change how it responds to messages. So you can have an actor which takes I don't know, integer, for example. I can type in Rust when. Yeah, we should make an issue on the Rust issue tracker. So okay, let's get that. Oh boy, no. Yeah, so you can basically say, I have an actor that just takes numbers and puts them in a list or whatever. And if the list has 10 elements, or yeah, if the list has 10 elements, it switches from taking integers to taking format strings and responding with the formatted value on the current position or whatever, stuff like that, okay? That's a stupid example, I know that, but that's something that you should actually be able to do with the actor model. So you switch out the implementation of message handling and work with another one. But that is basically for languages that have dynamically typed messages. That's something that's not as easy to do with Rust, okay? We could probably do it, and I want to try something like that with the any type. So you just send any messages and it gets casted to whatever or returns an error, and some function to switch out what messages you actually take. But I have to read up on so many things for me to be able to do that. Yeah, so but with that you can basically have a monad. So you have a thing, you send a message to it, and you get another thing, which is basically another actor, or the same actor, whatever, with a different state, right? Yeah, it stops at commas. So it's actually pretty new. I'm gonna read that after the stream. I think it is insanely interesting. Oh, also, I found something today. Let me just check. I found something today that you might like. That's on the from the programming language subreddit. It's a programming language with categories. That works with categories. I haven't checked it out. I've just seen it. And I want to try it. It seems really cool. Yeah. We should do a lambda calculus interpreter in Rust. Let me write that down. Yeah, let's... Lambda calculus better in the cool language. Yeah, that's basically an idea I had. So that's the basic idea. You take Temple OS, put it in something like QEMU or VMware or whatever lets me do that, and like you currently can do something like OS. Okay, you can do commands, and I'm thinking about doing something that you could do. I don't know, Temple and press ASDF, whatever. Do that, and it would send the keys ASDF to the shell and interpret it in order. So people could actually start collaboratively programming inside of Temple OS and write Holy See and stuff like that. Okay, that's an idea I had, but I looked into it, and the thing is, Temple OS has no concept of networking. Okay, so you could actually use the alternative, which is a fan-made Temple RM. Yeah, that there is no rm.-rf, but if you want to do that, that's fine. We'll just recover it and set it up new. That's I don't care. Yeah, but Shrine basically, where's the GitHub? Shrine basically adds stuff like a package manager, TCP/IP, at least somewhat. Okay, so it's not full TCP/IP, so on and so forth, and you can run normal stuff on that. But that's not a thing who needs networking when you're closer to God. That's true. Also, that's not a thing I want to do. I don't want a program running inside of Temple OS that sends control stuff to other processes. I want to have chat basically operate a virtual keyboard. Open a socket to heaven. I don't know what ports he has open, but I'm definitely sure he has blocked port 666. I'm 100% sure he has blocked port 666. Yeah, so basically give chat a virtual keyboard that they can control. It doesn't have to be only normal characters, so we can also do stuff like, for instance, I don't know, stuff like that for control or whatever syntax we like. Okay, so if you do something like that, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, so if you do something like Temple OS or Temple whatever, do that, it should do Control-C. Okay. So if, for instance, maybe we can also tie to 2 channel points or stuff like that, so that people won't spam it, but that's for later point. So if someone runs something that blocks everything, so you can Control-C it and stuff like that. I think it would be fun. I think it would be insanely fun, but sadly, I haven't found any easy way to create a virtual keyboard to use for QEMU. So I probably would need to write a QEMU driver, and whew, I think it's not the simplest of things. Also, there's another thing. So many ideas, so little time. That's also an idea I had. And that maybe gets stolen if if someone hears it, but I think that's fine. What? No, 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 no. Go back. So the basic idea is something like you can use if you watch Togglebit's stream, you can give channel points to change his background color, right? And I had an idea where you can paste a formula where you can they can do basically the same, but instead of a color, you put in a formula, and the formula gets visualized in the corner of the screen or something like that. So you would have a small game, probably GG Easy or something like that, running, and you could layer them. So let's say one person could start with putting something in that just sets the background to blue. The next person could do a sine wave, but the next person could do a circle or stuff like that. And just let people draw whatever on screen. Obviously with special commands to clear it, because you don't want any hate symbols or stuff like that. But yeah. So way too many things. Way too many things. Let's put that here. Hey Bear! How's it going? Hey Trollwoods! Carl and I coming real close to bringing this guy home with us. Okay, let me check. Oh. What just happened? I didn't want to Google 8. I want to copy link location. Oh, he's so cute. Look at his cute eyes. Doggo. Yeah. And why didn't you take him home with you? Oh, wait. We could communicate on... Okay, I have to look into that. Real woo for that one. Yeah. It's Haskell. No. Why? Haskell is so much bloat. Can I afford to install Haskell? I have what? I have Stack installed. When did that happen? Once installed, how do I install? Yeah, I have Stack installed. Okay, so basically just git clone and install. Okay. I have no Haskell? Okay. shouldn't that still go to projects? Oh. Okay, config fish functions. Basically do the same thing. Am I going crazy? Set. Oh yeah, I'm just stupid again. File path. Okay, now it works. Haskell git clone. So now I have Haskell code on my PC as well. Huh. Okay, but we'll not check this language out today. We'll probably do it next week or something like that. PTDS? What's PTDS? Okay, so only one Rust streamer. Go and Rust. Ooh. Intriguing. Programming transmitted disease. Wow. Just because I have Java installed, that's not fair. That's not nice. That's really not nice, Bear. Okay, Java Haskell Node. I mean, I want to have at least one project of every programming language I know, and push that to GitHub. So, oh, I need to write something down. I have another stupid idea. Make a polyglot service. Okay. Yeah, it would need to be live first. Wow. Yeah. So another idea I had yesterday was to make a polyglot service. So some kind of microservice architecture, and try to get as many programming languages in as possible. So do Rust, Go, Pony, Haskell, and so on and so forth. So just get everything in here. Redeem stream 50 plus more hours. I'm sorry, Spaceworks. I will hydrate. I will hydrate. Thank you very much. Okay, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. Tomorrow we will do Java. If you want to know what that's about, you have to join tomorrow. There will be more details on that. It's gonna be some open source work, so it's not just there's even the umlaut coming from Spacefox. Is it actually tomorrow? I can't join the stream. Yeah, so it's open source work. It's gonna be database programming. We're working on an open source issue for a database. It's gonna be interesting, even though it's Java, and we'll still have the Vim shenanigans going on. We'll still gonna be derailed a bunch of times. So I would be glad if you still would join and look at Java with me. But if you don't want to see Java code, I completely understand. Java can have all my umlauts. Understandable. Yeah. So basically, thank you all for watching, and hopefully see each other tomorrow, even though it's gonna be Java. Have a nice evening, and bye.